Hey everybody, Cheryl here. And today I wanted to talk about something specific, but I kind of want to lead up to it. So, I have recovered from working a week in Orlando at the Matrix Destination, one of the best experiences I've had in my career. I got the opportunity to work with hairstylists from all over the globe, and I also had the opportunity to meet, have pictures with, and get to know some stylists from all over the globe via these videos that I make. I had stylists approach me from Australia, from Canada, um, Russia, different places, and it was just, that was like the highlight of my trip. Now, I got a peppermint in my mouth. So, social media is exactly what I wanted to talk about. When I get on to hair forums on social media, private pages for hairstylists, which, by the way, I absolutely love, even with some of the silly drama that comes on, I love to hear the encouragement. I love to see how people share their knowledge, their techniques, and so on and so forth. And I read a lot of the questions and a lot of the things that people search out. And one of the things that I see on several different pages is, how do I grow my business? How do I step it up, so to speak? Or I feel like I'm in a rut. I've been in the industry for a long time and I just feel like I can't keep up. So I've been thinking about this for a while, and I began to think of it in terms of my own journey. When I got into the industry, we won't say how many years ago. Obviously, it was not the week before last. But when I got into the industry, permanent waving was the mainstay. That's how we made our money. And I had perfected that, yada, 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 yada. I go through all that. But then I began to see the industry would change. I bought Vogue magazine, and I could see that styles were going smoother. They were going straighter. So I thought, how in the world am I going to make money? What am I going to do? When I tell you I could perm some hair, I won awards for it, okay? So, but that's neither here nor there. That's in the past. But what was I going to do to make money? Because I was terrified of hair color. So I thought, it's going to change without me. This industry is ever changing. That's the only constant in this industry, is change. So I began to dig deep into color and that part, so on and so forth. The rest is history. So in the last 5 to 10 years, the industry has changed more than I ever in my entire career could have imagined. I never would have imagined that someone could send me a message in little bitty words, and I could reply two hours later, 2 days later. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's what happens. And I could schedule them an appointment and never verbally speak with them. Years ago in the industry, what would happen is a client would come in, we'd sit down and we'd look at books, so on and so forth. Well, the industry has changed completely, and here's what I wanted to talk to today, is I wanted to encourage some of you who shy away from social media, who think, well, I don't do rainbow hair, I don't do unicorn hair, I don't do all those things, so I don't have anything to put out there. Well, the fact is, you do. If you have mastered something, whether it's barbering men's hair, Brazilian blowouts, red hair color, rainbow hair, gray coverage. I don't know if you guys have looked around or not, but there's not a lot of gray-haired people that we didn't make gray running around. Yes, having the fashionable gray trend, that's out there. Maybe you don't do that. Maybe you don't want to do that. But maybe you're proficient at something and you have a good clientele for it, or you'd like to step it up and add to that. Create a nice Instagram. Now, I've talked about this before on some of my videos, about keeping your social media clean. I actually was at a class one day where the facilitator had us take our neighbor's phone. Everybody in the room pulled up their Instagram. Some people didn't have an Instagram. And we swapped. So I swapped my phone with my neighbor. And then she had 2 minutes to look at my Instagram. And I had 2 minutes to look at hers. And then when we got done, she looked at my Instagram. And she fed back to me what she seen. And what she seen was my dogs. Oh, there's a little bit of hair. Dogs. And occasionally my son, who is grown, who thinks the dogs get more attention than him. But that's a whole nother video. Anyway, what I learned that day is that when someone goes to my Instagram, they're seeing pieces of my life. And it is my choice for my Instagram to show them pieces of my work life. And so maybe you don't have a white wall. Maybe you don't have a wall that shows the client's hair, the color, just so. We didn't at our salon. So I went and bought a huge white canvas that could be put up anywhere in the room or even held up by someone else to create a solid background for the hair that I wanted to showcase. Now, then you have to hashtag it. That's a huge weakness for me. I stink at hashtagging. I'm trying to get better. But what I want is to encourage you to step out whatever box it is you're in. I kind of made me a mental list before I made this video of some of my own weaknesses. And one of my weaknesses is not writing down formulas for my clients. Okay, go ahead. Blast me wide open. You can't hurt my feelings. I'm okay with that. But if I'm going to get on here and I'm going to have a conversation with you about stepping out of your comfort zone, then I'm making a commitment here and now to start keeping up with formulas for those particular clients. Not formulas that I'm going to share, so to speak, because I think formula is indigenous to that client and that client alone. Now, I'm going to do a better job of keeping track of that and of hashtagging. So, find out what your strength is. Put it out there. The industry has changed, and it is going to continue to evolve, and it's going to change. It doesn't mean you have to spend hours a week creating videos and doing all kinds of things, because even before social media, when you sat down at the salon with that lookbook and you and a client had a consultation about the possibilities about what her hair would and would not do, someone somewhere was taking the time to do that hair and make those pictures. You can take a before picture. It's a 2-second picture. Your client doesn't have to have their face in it. A lot of mine don't. Most of mine don't. You can take the after picture. Do you have to have a ring light? No. But would I suggest it? Absolutely. My images changed completely. And I don't alter my images to look better. And it also matters, unfortunately, I'm finding out, what kind of phone you're taking the pictures with. I'm not going to get into discussions about Apple versus Samsung, so on and so forth. Let's just say I don't have the best camera on my phone. So when I get done and I'm standing there and I'm looking, and I know it's happened to every one of you, I'm looking at the image on my phone and I'm looking at her hair, and they are two totally different things. Will I go back in there and I alter that to what her hair actually looked like? Absolutely. Because that's what her hair looked like. My phone may not show it, but I can alter it to show exactly what my eyes are seeing. And I don't feel bad about that, nor will I apologize for it. Because that's the work that I stood there and done. And I'm not going to put a bad image, as it were, up just because. And that's another thing. Step back and look at your images that you're taking. Is this an image, if you were scrolling through, would that be something you would click on? So step out of your comfort zone, especially if you're, oh God, I hate these words, seasoned, mature, weathered stylist. Just stop. I'm a hairstylist. My age doesn't play into it except for in the minds of other people. I may be on the other side of the mountain, but I haven't fallen off the damn thing. You can be rest assured of that. And I want all of you to take that attitude and go with it. Go and grow. I want to make some more videos about this subject. I want to expand on it, but I'm already 10 minutes into this video, and in my opinion, nobody wants to watch a 10-minute video. So that's enough for today. Look for more by the end of next week. Find out what your comfort zone is. Step out of it. Grow with it. Shoot me some messages. Let me know what you've done to grow. And you can find me on Instagram at color1up. COLOR, the number 1, UP. Up. Color1up. And you can find me on YouTube at Cheryl Segraves. SEGRAV as in victory ES. I hope this helps for today, and I hope everybody has a fabulous day behind the chair.